Well, hello, my First in Calvary family. This is Don Everts doing one of these FaceTime videos with Pastor Don. It's been a little while since I've done one of these, but something really exciting is happening in the life of the church that I wanted to let you all know about. So, our leaders have made a decision recently that affects our contemporary worship service. Our worship and music committee and session have decided to move our contemporary worship service from the evening, Sunday evening, to Sunday morning. And so I just want to let you know a little bit about that decision and the timing of all of that. So our leaders have been really overwhelmed and moved by all of the uh, ministry, all the fruit that has come from having a contemporary worship service again here at First and Calvary. It had been some years since there had been one, and it's been a powerful thing to see what happens bringing in kind of a service with more contemporary worship styles. Um, we've seen lives change. We've seen people come to faith. We've seen new covenant partners. We've seen new leaders come into leadership in the church. We've seen tremendous healing happen in people's lives through these contemporary worship services that have been held in the evening. So it's been beautiful to see what is happening through the ministry of contemporary worship. It's like it opens another door into the life of the church. It opens another door that's not open without contemporary worship, drawing in different people to grow in their faith or to discover life in Jesus. So it's been tremendous. And our leaders want more people to experience that ministry. And so that's why we're moving it to the morning, is so that more people will have access to it, so that more people can come into that door and to be part of our life at First in Calvary, to grow as disciples, to be equipped as leaders, etc. And so that's why we're moving it to the morning, is to grow the service, to make it so more people can come to it. So um, the last evening contemporary worship service will be December 22nd. And that's the last one because, as you've probably heard by now, December 29th, which is the last Sunday of the year, is another single service Sunday. It's the Sunday right after Christmas. And so we're just like the Sunday right after Thanksgiving, we kind of want to experience that as one family. So on December 29th, it's a single service Sunday at 11 a.m. in the sanctuary. And because of that, December 22nd will be the last evening contemporary worship service. Now, when are we starting up the morning version? Like, when are we moving it down there? Well, the Worship and Music Committee is working with the worship staff, uh, uh, developing that right now, and that will be something that session will in the end make the decision on. So we're doing some work on when in the morning will it be, because we'll have three worship services. Um, and so the commitment is that it restarts in the morning early in 2025. And so we don't want to take too long, but we do want to get the setup right. We don't want to make changes in our worship schedule lightly. And so we want to do our due diligence. We want to find wisdom and counsel with each other. And so as soon as we know when that contemporary worship service is going to restart, obviously we'll make it known, and we're gonna be recruiting volunteers to work at the service. We're gonna be doing kind of getting the word out about this service in the morning, so that we can be inviting our friends, we can be inviting our neighbors to come to this morning contemporary worship service, continuing to add to and develop our volunteers who lead contemporary worship. So super excited about that. So things to look for are, when are we kicking it off? The other thing would be thinking about, hey, who are people in your life who are uh, have maybe been waiting for there to be a morning contemporary service, so that you think would appreciate a First and Calvary version of a contemporary service. And then also just want to encourage, maybe some of you want to make it your service. Maybe some of you want to volunteer to help us launch that morning service. You know, we're going to need ushers. We're going to need people to host and kind of welcome people. So be thinking about all those things. Be praying for the leaders of our worship and music committee and our elders as we wrestle through this, so that we really do find the wisest path forward and what our Sunday mornings will look like with 3 worship services. So I'm super excited about it. I love all 3 of our worship services. Every single, whichever service I'm in, I'm loving it. And that's a really unique thing. And so I love just the unique approach we take in each service. I think they all help minister to people in different ways. They use different types of gifts in all 3 of the services, and so I really value that. And I'm excited for the new things that are going to come when we start this new service. So there you go. It's a Christmas miracle. Just wanted to send a little message to you this week. If you have questions, you can reach out to some of our worship leaders or me. Um, and with that, I hope your reading in the Gospel of Luke is going well. I hope you are having a very Heidelberg Advent, which will lead to a very Heidelberg Christmas. And I'll see you all soon.